Everybody wants to get their first win in a battle royale, and yes, I think there are still noobs that are coming into Warzone, and today, I'm going to extend a helping hand. Welcome to ChaosGaming, everybody. I'm going to be talking about the 5 best landing spots for new Warzone players who are still trying to get their bearings together and maybe, just maybe, get that first win. So no, these aren't necessarily good spots for high kill games, but if you're a newer player and you can admit that and you want a good spot to get some guns, some gear, and possibly a win, keep watching. Let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite landing spot. Drop a like. And at number 5, Port. Now this is a part of the map that you rarely see people in, but it actually has a decent amount of loot. You'll instantly notice that a lot of this section is ripped from the fan favorite COD 4 map Vacant, and there's lots of rooms and layers to it. This is actually what makes Port good for beginners. There's so many tight corridors, it's rather easy to isolate yourself and make sure that nobody is going to shoot you from 50 miles away while you're trying to loot. Just make sure you're checking your corners. Next up, Summit. Now, it was added to the map not too long ago, and yes, it's pretty awesome to have it in there as a Black Ops location in high definition. It's not exactly a popular landing spot anymore. That being said, it's a good place if you want to drop in, grab some guns and cash, and then be on your merry way to the next big fight. The layout, it's a little odd, but that's why not very many people land here, and you could actually use that to your advantage. At number 3, good old Farmland. Back when Warzone came out, I said Farmland was the best landing spot for people going for wins, and you know what? It's still pretty good. There's so many buildings in Farmland. It's hard to drop in and not guarantee yourself a weapon or two before the fighting starts. Plus, you could stay put if you need be and use the buildings to your advantage. The loot spawns, they've been turned up recently here, and it's worth another look. This one usually will have 1 to 2 other teams dropping with you, but because of the massive size and the abundance of loot, that shouldn't be a problem. At number 2, good old Storage Town. I know, it's super frustrating, and sometimes if you have a rotation plan, it's actually a top tier spot for new players. Storage Town has a lot of garages for you to hide in, all which have loot spawns. It's not hard to drop in, grab a gun, start making your way down the aisles, pick up some more cash and gear while assessing how many enemies are around you. It has potential to be a hot drop, but I mean, that's because of the way it's laid out. You could easily avoid the fights if they get too hairy, and you're almost certainly going to be walking out of there with the loadout money. At number 1 today, for newbies, Prison. Now, if you're an experienced player, you probably hate landing Prison, but if you're new to the game, it's probably your best friend because it's so isolated from the rest of the map. It's usually a pretty light drop, and there's so many loot spawns. It's easy to drop in, get a gun, get your bearings. Plus, if you manage to clean out the enemy teams, you'll be treated to more than enough money for a loadout, plus a few contracts, plus a Bessie truck spawn, plus a helicopter spawn. The only downside is the fact that it almost never stays safe from the gas. But if you're looking for a good landing spot as a new player, this is it. Just be prepared to rotate pretty far. There you have it, newbies. Let me know where you land and let me know if it helps.